Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Garden Quilt and Art Show, where good friends become family, and family is everything. So, trying to find out where the name is. Design. I change live streamers, and then I can't remember where some of the things are. QR codes, no, not that. Overlay, something new. There's always something new in the atmosphere. Design. Well, there's part of it anyway. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will find out the rest. For those of you in the bushes or here for the first time, my name is Ellen Pankey, and welcome to GQUAT Traditions. It stands for Garden Quilt and Art Show. Mike, thanks for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Sissy. Joanne Stevens says good afternoon to all. And hand pink waving. She beat me here today. A lot of days. That ain't hard to do. That ain't hard to do. Oh, I'm still sticking up. Sticking up. So I have had a busy day today. And I always try to bring you all into my life. This is not AI programming content just to get some likes or to get your attention. This is me bringing you into my life and what I'm really, really, really actually doing. So I will pull up the chat so I can see what you guys are saying. And it actually doesn't show that it went out to anybody else. It may take a while. That's what happens. So I want to thank the moderators. Two of you are in here already. I appreciate each and everything you do. You know, when I first started, there were so many trolls, there were so many idiots in the chat. And thanks to the moderators, I have never, ever had to deal with them. I had one unfortunate situation, but it was handled by the universe. It was handled by the universe. And I never got an apology, but life goes on. Live and let live. That's what I say. So I'd like to thank those of you in the bushes. Without you, there wouldn't be a me because it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon on the East Coast. Everybody who's working, has a job, is doing just that. Those of you on the West Coast, though, you are definitely at work. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Juanita Campbell says, hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. So I can't wait. I'll wait a few more minutes and show you all what is going on around here. This is my little worry stone. It's my smooth little stone. Am I worried about anything? No, not at all. Donzel Cooper. It just feels good to hold it in my hand. It's such a smooth stone. You can see it's like the stone staircases that have been walked on barefoot for centuries and all worn down. So, and it's cool. In the summertime when it's hot, it feels really, really good. Donzel Cooper, thanks for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. What is going on? Let me see something, you guys. I don't know if it went out to YouTube. Hi, PIA. Maybe. Ouch, 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 Hershey. Hello, Auntie Ellen in chat. She's in the bushes driving. Okay. Mr. Hershey, he keeps hearing me talk to Auntie Joanne. And here he is. Of course, he has a sweater on. Unbiased LLC. Thanks for coming. She's listening and working too. That's what we do. That's what we do. So, Hershey has his sweater on because he's always cold and he does not like getting a haircut, and he has one, even his mustache. Bedazzling Designs. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bowling event, good day in the bushes. Good for you. Good for you. And I'm glad you finally got your bag. We Everybody has seen it here. If not, you guys, you can go back in previous broadcasts, and it's a black bag with animal print on it, and it is Bedazzling Designs. I hope she liked it. I didn't hear her say she didn't. So, you know what they say about assume, 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 assume. I am so excited to show you guys what I have been doing. I'll just keep talking. Hershey, Mike says hi. He's sitting right there. He heard me say Auntie Joanne looking at the door. RJ Funches, thanks for coming and welcome. If you're new here, I welcome you here for the first time and come back again. You're welcome, welcome, welcome. As a matter of fact, if you are a content creator, put an exclamation mark GQUAT. I don't know if I can find it without zapping you all off. In the hmm, ticker, let me see if my ticker's there. No, lower third. Well, I was trying to put it in exclamation mark GQUAT to share your channel and to connect with each other. If I missed anybody, I apologize. I apologize. You know what's interesting? I don't have anything. Oh, I know why. Dun, 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 dun. If all else fails, read. That's what my brother says. He called me today, but I missed him. I was looking at Saturday's chat. Oh, well. Oh, well. I have to tell you guys a funny story. So, I've been shopping this week. I try to never, ever, ever go shopping the first 5 days of the month. Why? Because it's crazy, crazy, crazy. And people are saying hello to RJ. And so Tuesday, which was the last, Tuesday was the last day of September, I decided to go to the Walmart. Lord, Lord, Lordy. So I had this cart. It must have been the raggediest Walmart cart in the universe, in the entire universe. So it said it was 100% fully charged, and I kept pushing the button, pushing the button. It wouldn't go. Then all of a sudden, it would lurch forward and then stop. And I'd be looking for something driving, and it would stop, like slam on brakes. So one time, and then I was looking to see if people were coming, if I was cutting anybody off, if anybody was cutting me off. So I was going around by the mouthwash to get some mouthwash, way over, past where the pharmacy is and all the Walmarts, at least this one. And I could hear somebody like walking up on my side. Hey, Mona did what? I pulled some of your numbers this week. So I went to go around the corner and the stupid cart stopped. So I looked over my shoulder to see if anybody was coming. Guess what? The cart floored it and jumped ahead. And I crashed right into the end cap, right into the walls. So there was a lady standing there. She turned around. She said, "Oh my goodness, you remind me of my mother. My mother crashes her cart every time she comes in the store." I said, "Well, tell your mother she has a sister out here." So the cart kept doing this. And over where the mouthwash and those aisles are really narrow. So then there was a cart down the end. So it was like blocking up my aisle so I couldn't go right. So I turned left, knowing that my new niece was up that aisle shopping. So she said, "Are you coming this way?" I said, "Yes, unfortunately." She said, "Uh-oh, let me get out the way." So she backed out of the aisle. Then all of a sudden the cart's doing its herky jerky thing. And I went up there. So we were on checkout. She was saying, "Hey, Auntie." So I let her, of course, leave before I did. It was funny. Donzel Cooper says, "Hello, Mr. Hershey and Bedazzling." Yeah, so that was what. Oh, I crashed the cart so hard that time that my knee hit the steering wheel. Because it was turned on a awkward angle. I can kill some carts. My sister Joanne Stevens can tell you about that. Yeah, I can, I can do some damage in a grocery store. But let me see. Sunday, before I went to see my mom, I went to the last farmer's market at a park near me because I wanted to get some apples. And guess what? There were no apples in the entire farmer's market. So I went to one stop Hershey. I went to one table and I said, "Well, does anybody have apples?" And the guy said, "Well, there are plenty of apples, but you have to go pick them yourself. All of the farms have apples, but there's nobody to pick them. Nobody wants to be seen in the orchards. There weren't that many people shopping in the farmers market. So, but I did get some great things. I posted a video, and if you go on my channel, you'll see them. But I want to show you one special thing that I bought, and I almost let it stay too long. I bought a beefsteak tomato because I've been waiting all summer for a slicer beefsteak tomato, and I wanted to share it with my mom and make a tomato sandwich. But guess what? I have to put it in the refrigerator because it's starting to get a little bruise on it. So after I show it to you guys, I will have to refrigerate it. I can't, and it's still firm. This is not a hothouse tomato. It is not. I can't wait. I have waited all summer for those. My dad used to grow those in our garden. The best tomatoes. And mom used to make like eggplant parmesan. She didn't use sauce. She used tomatoes. Something else I wanted to show you guys. Actually, this is not from the farmer's market. This is from Auntie Ellen's market. And what it is a bunch of herbs. I am air drying them. But I brought them over here for you to see because you do your herbs, your veggies the way you want to. This is how I do mine. I air dry mine. I wash them in a little vinegar and water and baking soda when I brought them in, and I put them on here. But do you see this? Do you see the dark green? When you heat when you heat your herbs in a dehydrator or whatever, it actually takes some of the oils out. To me, in my humble opinion, and I know everybody has one. And this is, hey, Tasharia, welcome, welcome, welcome. But I want you to see how dark and nutritious these greens still are. So when they dry completely in the next day or so, they dry more if I had them more spread out. Ain't nobody got that much room. I'm trying to sew over here. Trying to sew over here. And it's the beginning of October. I change my decor. You say, "Well, what on earth did you do in that little apartment, Auntie?" I'll show you what I did. I changed this quilt in the background. The traditional name of this quilt is called Grandmother's Fans. However, in Swahili, and I have nieces and nephews from Namibia and Tanzania, and Bibi is how you say grandmother. So this quilt I actually did in 2012 when I was still in North Carolina. It's 48 by 48, piece by Ellen Penny Pankey. It was quilted by Quilt Lizzie, one of my friends who had a shop in North Carolina in town. And I used to teach in her shop sometimes. I had a manual machine. She had an HQ computerized machine, and I would teach, and I was certified. And this is back in the day when I used to buy yardage for my quilts. This whole back is just gorgeous cheetah print. It wasn't long armed. I was probably trying to pick some of it out. So I made my daughter a full bed size grandmother's fans, and they're all Afrocentric fabrics. And what else did I want to? Oh, at that time I had some little like embroidery scissors about this long. I hand cut each of these blades, and I just took a bunch of Afrocentric fabrics out and cut them out. I didn't. I guess I did have sort of a lot. But after I made my daughter's huge queen size, but my queen size quilts are actually king size because I like them to come all the way down to the floor. And I had 8 blocks left. So I put these 8 blocks here, and I put an Ohio star in the middle, which is one of my favorite stars. Juanita Camel says, beautiful quilt. Thank you. Thank you. So I kept this for a wall hanging when I exhibit quilts, or there's a call for quilts, or if the day ever comes when I do a complete one person show, I will have enough. And these are some of my quilts that I don't even know if my sister saw this one. Auntie Joanne, I don't know if she saw this one because, like I said, this one has been packed for sure since 2014. I took it out. I was taking some quilts out today to do something else, and they get wrinkled when they stay folded a long time. So I was trying to unfold them. Mona did what? I was in y'all's bushes Sunday and Monday at different times. I didn't get back yet. And let me show you a couple of other things I got out to show you today. I may or may not have allegedly been climbing on things because I didn't have a helper yesterday. And today I had to an 8 o'clock foot doctor appointment. Hola, hermana, Lorraine T. Hope to see you soon, sis. So my foot doctor, I had to be there at 8 o'clock. So I had to leave ahead of that. So I was up in the middle of the night pulling quilts out, pulling purses out, because I bought one online. It was supposed to be real leather. It wasn't. It was fake leather. So they're getting that back. I promise you. Promise you. So what else is going on in the life of Auntie Ellen? This is a fun little quilt. Dun, 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 dun. So I changed the one up in the corner. And since most people are harvesting in their garden, these are, I don't know, whatever it is, across by down, 2.5 inch blocks that I hand cut. And it's like 4 or 5 different fabrics that are all different fruits and veggies. And then around the edges was some black fabric with, I think, either peach blossoms or something. So I cut all these little squares out. Then I laid them out like a smiley face. And I thought that my grandchildren were younger then. I thought it would be fun to encourage them to eat their veggies. So I have one of those like I want to say, almost a construction grabber, a heavy duty grabber. Oh, you like that quilt too? Thank you, Donzel. And I just thought I'd give you a little view. So I know that little space will easily hold a 30 by 30-inch quilt, maybe up to 35 or 40 by whatever. So I put that up there. I figure Halloween, October, pumpkin time. I didn't get any pumpkins at the market except for one little white pumpkin, and I thought I would get that for the seeds. But now, one of my pride and joys, somebody asked me today, one of my neighbors, if it's for sale. It is not. If I did sell it, it would be thousands, at least 2,500. And this quilt, it's just sitting on the back of the sofa because I'm going to put it in back of me. This is called Tobacco Road. And each one of the friendship stars or the big stars or whatever you want to call it is scrappy. It's hand cut. Each blade has individually sewn. No two blades on this entire quilt are alike. Then, to make it more rectangular, I put some squares going around it, some more sashing, some piano keys, and some bigger blocks. And I even put like little corners, without falling off of here, right? Little corners over there. And there's the label over there in the corner with a little mushroom. It says, what is this? Oh, Warrenton Tobacco Road. That was the little town I lived in North Carolina. Actually, I lived in the county. Quilted in 2012, and it is 95 inches wide by 80 inches long, and it's all teals and browns and rust colored. And when I have a light colored background, I never use one color of tan or off white. Some people are doing a quilt called, oh my goodness, it's all 5-inch squares. I forget. It's like a Civil War quilt, and it's hundreds of blocks, 5-inch blocks, and you have to have all these different neutrals. Well, my long arm quilt guild, we used to travel once a month to the monthly meetings, and we used to carpool. And one of my friends, what is it? Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name. Mona, what is the name of that quilt? I think Lisa, the awkward quilter, is making it with all the little blocks. But she was always buying neutrals, tons of neutrals. So I got in the habit of doing it also. And I'm trying to think. This quilt, I did not do that because my daughter is very matchy matchy, and I didn't want to have a whole bunch of crazy things that didn't match something in her condo. So I made this, but this is a very special neutral that I bought at a quilt shop down near Charlotte, North Carolina. So I wanted to bring you up to what I am working on, the create and chat. And so, what did I finish this week? I've been working like a beaver. So, the bedazzling got her bag, the other bag went out, two pillows went out, a key fob went out, a mug rug went out. Two things did not get they did not make it. I tried. This one smells really good. This one is ready to go. This one is ready to go. And actually, I'll put it up there. And this one is patched. This one is patched. And he has a little bit more stuffing, to go. Of course, it would not be a live stream if I didn't drop something on the floor. So I want to show you how I stuff the corners of my my pillows. Like I noticed this part isn't stuffed all the way down in the corners. So I don't push it too much because you don't want it to be hard on the end where people put their faces. So Auntie Joanne and I, yes, I had Auntie Joanne stuffing pillows and making neck bone pillows when I was in Arizona. So this helps you to clear out a little lane. A little lane. Donzel likes that quilt too. So here's a little bit more stuffing to go. And you guys help me, help me, help me. And the boxes that did go out, they said, boy, you sure stuffed these things. So this one just needs a little bit more. And I put a lot of stuffing in mine. And you guys, this nice fiber fill can be expensive. I told some of you the first one that Auntie Joanne and I did in Arizona, we bought a 10-ounce pack. That's what it was recommended. Francesca, look at the neck bone pillow. Yes, thank you. Oh, did you get your mail? I don't know if I was watching the part that said, but I did send your. What did you get? You got a mug rug. A mug rug. So, those of you who think that you don't have time to work, I work in like 15-minute increments. I also have neuropathy in my legs. I have a lot of pain in my legs. I just found out about a new treatment, a type of, in fact, Lorraine T told me about it. Neuropathy physical therapy, and that you part of it you get something like a tens machine where they give you little electric shocks. I think she told me Sunday. I happen to have a foot doctor appointment today, and I asked her about that, and I have my first appointment for evaluation next Tuesday, and I've already asked about the machine. However, you know what they said, and you pay for your insurance. Oh, you got it. You did get it. Thank you, Francesca. I'm glad. I hope you enjoy it. It makes you just think, or at least think of your little auntie girl. Francesca has been lucky enough to win a couple of small items on the channel. And that's why I do this, you guys. Quilts, the fabric to buy the quilts, especially depending on the type of fabric that you buy. This was all kind of quilt shop fabric because I was doing it with one of my quilt guilds. And, all the quilt police, all of the quilt snobs were there. Oh, Marie Graham, you like my top? Thank you. My kids dress me. I can't embarrass them too bad when I'm out. If they tell me like something doesn't fit or I say, well, you bought it. So that's my excuse. That's my excuse. So the foot doctor said that this type of therapy would be perfect for me because I'm the type of person that does all of my exercises every day. I exercise every day anyway, but sometimes you need spot specific areas, and my feet are getting so that they just suddenly go numb. And I've almost fallen a couple times. And I do trip a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. That's why I take the little cards. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Francesca and Maria. So, look, you guys, you sat here with me, Campbell's Creation. Hey, Ellen Campbell. Thank you for coming and welcome. So, this one is ready. This one is going to a man who likes red. His son also likes red, but guess what? They won't get their pillows mixed up. This one is for a gentleman in Maryland, and he has a gold petite handle on his. His son has a green one, so they won't get mixed up. I have to tell you a funny story. So, this particular gentleman, his wife has one of these, right? And she told me that when he when she goes to bed sometimes, she looks and he snicks her neck bone pillow off her side of the bed, and he's all cuddled up on it. She makes him give up the pillow. I have a funny story. When I was growing up, I had a pillow that was actually goose down. It was very, very soft. I don't know if Auntie Joanne remembers it. I took this pillow everywhere, to college, to back, married, when my children would sleep on it. When they would sleep on it and they would go to sleep, I kind of like ease my pillow out by the time it was time for me to go to sleep. I would let them use it to go to sleep, but it was the softest pillow. And then one year, I think after like 20, 25 years, I opened the dryer because you always wash and dry your pillows, and the whole inside of the dryer was full of goose down. That was the end of that pillow. So, because her husband, men have heavier heads, I put a little more stuffing in this one. Or she has two now. She can share one with him. She can share one with him. So, this was some really, really nice Asian fabric. And I had it for a while. And I said, you know what? You're back, sissy, hand waving. Francesca said, I find such fun fabrics. I love fabric. I love fabric. This is my drug of choice. This is why I'm not married. If I had a chance to touch one more tall, dark and handsome, or light and handsome, or whatever handsome guy with muscles, or a yard of really nice fabric, and guess what? I'm ashamed to admit I would take the fabric. I would take the fabric. So, this was not this, but I know I'm overreaching. I have enough batting, enough fiber fill to fill three more pillows, Francesca. So, I have two more dragon pillows and one with really nice camo. This is so smooth, so soft. And I've got the straps already tied to it. The straps for these two are made. And that's what I do with my little like 15 minutes a day. I don't try to do all this stuff at one time. Okay. Hershey, can you please stop? He's just over there like, like a baby, like meow, and just whine, meow, or a cat. He's just over there. He hears people in the lobby. I'm a floor above the lobby, and when it's time for mail, a lot of people go down there. So I showed you that. What else did I finish? What's going on in my life? Well, these are a couple things that are being regifted for Christmas. Auntie Joanne Stevens is saying hello to everybody. This was an old Coach. This is how since when did we have a BlackBerry? This was the case for my BlackBerry. You could see how nice and worn it's been from the leather. This thing must be 20, 25 years old. It's going out to a family member for Christmas. They don't know it yet. And it's just like new. It's just like new. And I have a little book in there. A little book. And I'm starting on my Christmas presents. I think you've seen, I have a basket, a whole basket of key fobs. I've been working on them since January. And January of 2025, as soon as Christmas is over and all the birthdays, I start for the next year. So, Sissy, close your eyes. Your hat is finished. I'm always busy, Maria. Maria, Maria. So here's Auntie Joanne's hat. I thought it was bigger than it actually is because her bun is like 2 or 3 inches on top of her head. She has a lot of hair. So I used my favorite hat as Hershey. I just said, Auntie Joanne, that doesn't mean I want you on my lap. You're hurting my knee. His nails are sharp where my incision was for my knee replace. Oh, I know what I can do. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. How about this? Yeah, that makes me a little bigger. Not that I need to be any bigger, but you making a head start on your gifts too. I love it. Every time I have 15 minutes. So here's Auntie Joanne's hat, and here's my hat. So she asked me if I tried it on. I didn't. So watch me mess up my hair. Can I try your hat on, Auntie? Auntie Joanne? Sissy? Do you want me to try it on? Because you have way more hair than me. Or do you want me to not let my hair touch it? When I'm making things for other people, I don't let my skin touch it. If I were going to put a hat on, I would take a bandana and put it on my hair and then try it on. I did that when I was making masks. Every mask went in a special bag and I didn't touch it with my bare hands. Well, who wants me to try her hat on? Put a one in the chat if you want me to try on Auntie Joanne's hat. Uncle Roscoe's is in the room, but it looks like it's really, really long, right? It looks like it's really long, but I thought since she's going to have all this hair up here, that she could turn it up a little bit. Put a one in the chat if you want me to try my sister's hat on. So we'll see how it fits her. I think my head is bigger than hers. Mike wants me to try it on, sissy. You don't like it, you'll just have to wash it. We were talking about that because this is soft, real sheep's wool, merino wool, and it has to be hand washed. My sister said, Sissy, I know how to do laundry. She was saying it as if to say, you're the somebody that don't do laundry like I do. And she's right. She's right. Okay, Sissy, here it goes. And it still has room up here. Somebody do a screenshot for me so that my sister can see how her cute little hat is that I made her. I don't think it'll be too tight on your head, even with because you still have room up here for your bun. Whoops. Oh, whoops. I'm always the messy hair anyway. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. So, Sissy, you'll get it sometime. Saint Lorraine T says she loves it. You'll get it sometime before Christmas. But now I need one too. I need a new one. I've been wearing this one. It's like fuzzy, like my hair actually, from being used so much. All this is a garter stitch, which means that you knit every row. Then there's some ribbing up here. So I guess they probably started up here, knit one, knit one, purl one, then got to here and knit every row. I would assume, I would assume. So my busy self, when I was putting this up and allegedly climbing up there, I I took this down. This is a very nice star. Oh, thank you, Campbell's. You'll send that to me, please. So this is actually a pretty fancy little star. It was an orphan block for something. So I took it out because it had neutral and lavender in it. And I'm going to quilt it for so it'd be a shame to get some gravy on it, wouldn't it? But that's what's going to happen. So it's batik and a lavender and a neutral. So I'm going to make some Frankenstein batting. What is Frankenstein batting? When you don't have enough batting and you just sew a little piece onto it. I've got lots of pieces. So I'm going to make some Frankenstein batting by zigzagging it together and put a batting on it. I mean, a backing. Maybe I'll put a dark purple. I've got some dark purple that will hide the gravy if you get spots on it. So that's from there. Then I have one more little thing. Stop, Hershey. Knock it off. Good boy. So I need to start. I actually was gifted this. There's another needle inside. Francesca and Ellen Campbell are meeting each other. That's nice. And both of you are Christians. I'm sure you will enjoy praying together. Francesca goes live, you guys, a couple days a week, along with Yankee's sister and a couple of other people, pretty often. I'm usually out by the time she goes, but I catch up and try to leave messages, or I'm in the background. Oh, Be Dazzling just sent this screenshot. Thank you. So I'm wondering, I'm digging in here. I'm doing surgery on this because this was such an interesting color. Hold on, because there's a pattern inside. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. Oh, it says a hat and wrap over scarf. Well, I don't want the hat. I mean, the wrap over scarf. I think it would make me itch. Had to go get a prescription today refilled from my dermatologist. When you start putting things on, it was 46 degrees here in Connecticut. Francesca says she goes live Wednesdays and Fridays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And unfortunately, I have somebody working here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Actually, it's not unfortunate because I need help and we're out or doing something and I'm not able to consistently be there, but I try. I do my best. I do my best. So I was just going to make up a pattern. Well, I don't speak French. There's a wrap over scarf hat. Cast on. These are not reading glass. Oh, yes, they are. What? Cast on 58 stitches. Ha. Huh. Now, that's very interesting. Does it. I actually like this hat. You guys, I may just actually. I don't. Yeah, I do need a hat. I was just going to make an ear warmer. See that? That's a cute little hat. I can live without. You know that I'm there in spirit. I am. I am. I am. Knit this hat and scarf with 3 balls. Well, I've got the 3 balls of yarn, but I'm only going to make the hat. I'm glad I'm holding it up. I can see it better on the screen than I could with my glasses. And 5.5 millimeter knitting needles. Well, those are really small. So you know what? It sounds like it'll be a small knit like on my gray hat. On my gray hat. So this is my next little, this is what I do when I'm sitting waiting. So it's the beginning of the month. Guess I have to pay my rent tomorrow when I get paid. And could I pay it before? Yes. Will I pay before? Absolutely not. I live on my budget. And what has to come out comes out. And the rest goes where it's supposed to go. And if you're not doing it already, you guys, don't spend every penny of your income. find a way to stick a couple dollars somewhere in a little pouch, under the sofa, somewhere. You have to. Campbell said she just subscribed to your channel, Francesca. Yay! Yay! Why? Because good friends become family, and family is everything. You will enjoy it. Sis, OG Gardner, thanks for coming. She's listening in them there bushes. I saw you. I saw you out there on your balcony, your second floor. That's not what you call it. You don't call it a balcony. And it's not a balcony, it's a porch. Hunty, your words, when you get my age, don't always come out the way you intend them. So I'm not listening to them. I'm going to make, I think, a very big hook. I like I liked crocheting with this on Auntie Joanne's. This is a little tight one. I don't want a little tight hat or thing around my ears. I think I'll do it with this big chunky size L, or the European standard. It's a 7.0 millimeter. I did get my blood pressure pills finally, Maria. I don't have actually high blood pressure, but the reason I don't, I think, is because I was taking this medicine, oh, and then I found the ones that I thought I lost. I thought I had, I don't know. I don't know. When I get near the end of my prescription, I put the container somewhere so I remember to refill it. Well, I forgot to remember where I put the container. Then I didn't take it. Darthex said lettuce colored yarn. Yes. Are you going to knit, sir? You can make something with purple. You can absolutely make something with purple. So let's see if I can find the outer. Oh, I did find the outer edge of this. Let's just try something real quick, you guys. And then I'll show you what else I have out for like my 15-minute. So this is how I make my slip step. I hadn't crocheted for a long time. Then my mother was watching my live stream, and I was doing something. I did like this, and then I pulled it up and did something. She said, "That's not how I taught you. That's not how you were taught to make a slip stitch to start." And my mother's 94, you guys. So I gave her the yarn and a needle, and then she reminded me, this is how we do it. If I stop, let me put this down so I don't have to hold my ashy elbows up too long. Okay, so I go down like this and then just pull it through. And then there's a slip. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This feels funny. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think I would like doing this with that little tiny needle. 10. Maybe I will try 15. 10, 11, 12, 13. Actually, I think that's as wide as I want it, because I just want it to go around my head, and maybe by then I'll have a bun, a messy bun. So I'll make it 13 and a little turning stitch. So I'm going to make it, will I make a half double? Will that make it thicker? 1. Or will that make it too thick? I'm going to make it like a ear warmer. So I'm going to make a half double crochet. What that is, it's thicker than a single crochet. And what you do is you do a yarn over. It's hard to see this. Go down, pull up a loop, and you end up having 3 on there. Then you pull it through all 3 at the same time. So let me just do 1 row, because I do want it to keep my ears warm this winter. It was 46 degrees in Connecticut this morning. What was the temperature where you guys are? Mother, Miss Shirley OG says kisses. Kisses for you, bad mommy. Oh, when my dad was living, when he was on earth, my mother had a screen name. Yep, she has the nerve to have an email. And her screen name was That Bad Mommy. And she spells mommy with an Mommie. Miss Shirley saying, "Hey, Mona." And after Daddy passed, guess what her screen name became, baby? Miss Thing changed her screen name to That. No, it was That Bad Mommy, like that bad Mona who is in here. Mona did what? And she said, "Oh, my name is Jazzy Clara." I'm like, "Where did you get that?" One of the pastors, young pastors at church, told her she was so jazzy. So now she's Jazzy Clara. Isn't she a hot one? A mess. Oh, there was a gentleman in that's in the nursing rehab, the same one as my mom. His name is Mr. Anthony, and he's the cutest little guy. He's small stature, and he has a little walker, but he doesn't have a seat on it or anything. Mine has a seat on it. And I was talking to him while somebody that worked there was heating up my mom's food that I brought. So hey RJ, did I say hi? Oh, I did say. Oh, RJ is saying it's 40s in Delaware. Whoa. Francesca's 52 and now 80. It's supposed to get 80 like that tomorrow. Miss Shirley says 54 and now 74. So Mr. Anthony wears the cutest, or I don't know if you say cute on a grown man, an elder to boot. So he wears this straw fedora, but if you know anything about men's hats, they come, in a basic shape. His, I remember when Daddy used to take his fedora and dimple it, and in the middle, so it have like a little dimple, like where the point came in the top. But this guy's was permanently treated like that, which means that a hat shop had to put it on the steamer and dampen it and dent it and then dry it out like that, right? So Mr. Anthony and I were talking, and I said, uh, I said, "I love your hat." And he said, "Thank you." He said, "I think your mother dresses so nicely. I see her every day. I try to say hello. Some days she doesn't come out of her room, and I want to say hello. But the nursing staff says, no, you can't go in her room. You can't go in the ladies' room." So I guess there won't be no shenanigans going on over there where mommy is. But he seems like just a nice gentleman. So I was telling him, I said, "Well, my dad wore, you saw your hat, sissy?" Oh, I said, "My dad always wore the nicest hats." And I said, "I live in New Haven, Connecticut now, but we used to come from Stamford and Norwalk to have daddy's hats special made, because a special ordered, because he had a big head. He was a big, tall guy. He wore 7 7/8. So daddy's hats had to be custom made. And if he had beaver and wolf felt and stuff, and the Mr. Anthony said, "Those are expensive hats. Those hats cost $500 or $600." And I'm like, "Yeah, or more, or more." Auntie Joanne can tell you. Auntie Joanne can tell you. Oh, so let me just try this one row, you guys, because when I'm sitting on the bus next week or whatever, waiting and going to rehab, PT, not rehab, to PT for my neuropathy, hopefully it will bring the sensation back in my legs and feet, and they won't get so numb and miserable feeling when I'm standing for a long time. So I'm just going to do a half double crochet in these 13 stitches across. I actually like it. It fills it in enough that I think it'll keep my ears warm. And I'll still do that little zigzaggy thing. Not like my sisters and Roscoe's, but something. It's hard to see where to go in between the space. That's why I'm actually using this big needle. But I like the way this curly cute thing is. And maybe since I should be able to do this with one, oh, that was a double crochet, not a half double. I mean a single. So maybe I can make one to give away for Christmas time and I will keep one. How about that one? For a giveaway on the channel to a member or subscriber. So I'm going, guys. 1 minute. Hey, Barb Brownlee. Pink hand waving. Pink hand wave. It seems like because I can't see maybe the next rows I'll be able to see the spaces. But I just thought of something. It's not going to do the zigzaggy thing because I can't. It's not going to have 2 loops in the top. There are 3 loops, and I pushed them all in by being a half double. Well, let's see what happens. Since I'm just making things up as usual, sissy, right? I can never do things the right way. Like Mona did what? And that's why I love Mona. She just does. We do whatever we want, Mona, right? Because we don't care. We're in the We Don't Care Club. So this is the last stitch I'm going to do here. Then I'll show you what all my other projects are that I'm working on. So as you see, I'm working on little things because why? You love this quilt, sissy? Which one? This one? Oh, BB's fans. Thank you. Thank you. So it actually looks a little scurvy. So I don't know. Maybe I will take it out. Maybe I will take it out and just do a double crochet because this looks kind of funny, doesn't it? Let's take it out of this one. Uh-oh. I was teaching my mother how to do some pattern one time, right? And I don't know, it was a dishcloth and you were doing it on the diagonal, right? Well, when she started decreasing, I think she was decreasing one side and not the other or something, but it was elongated. So when she gave it to me to look at it, I just snatched it all out. So she started telling all the quilters because she would come with me to my quilting guilds and she would crochet or knit while we were quilting. She said she took my work out. So let's see what happens when we double crochet it. So you go in the second hoop. I guess this is the second loop. It's hard to see, said the blind man. One, or maybe I won't crochet at all. Maybe I'll knit it like the pattern was here because this is hard to see. Two, three, but I want something new for my puff coat is black, so I want something bright. Barb Brownlee says it was 50s in the morning, now 80, going to the 40s tonight. Wow. I harvested my sad little 2 okra. I found 1 potato in a grow bag. I have some more out there, but I was trying to wait until the last minute. I had 2 little sad okra, 3 little, no, 2 cherry tomatoes, 1 Amish paste out of my garden. They're sitting up there on the table trying to ripen, but I was not letting the squirrels have them. I was so not giving in to the squirrels. So, is anybody there growing a fall garden or still harvesting, let us know in the chat. I have these, ouch, 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 Mr. Hershey. Ow, ooh, ouch, ouch. Come on, come. You want to say hello? Come here. Come up. Well, you were scratching me when I didn't try to pick you up. So Mr. Hershey wants to say hello again. He wants to say hello again. Yes, he's a wimp. He ain't no manly man. Except the exterminator came this week. Oh, Mr. Hershey tried to get to all that juicy meat. I had to pick Mr. Hershey up and hold him. You're almost done with your garden harvest. You did a video on it today. I will actually, I think I did see you in the garden, and I was in here climbing on stools and trying to put this stuff up to give you guys a different view for October. Auntie's this way. Mr. Hershey is blind, you guys. He's looking for you. He's over here. Over here. And he's a 12-year-old dude. 12 and a half. He's almost 13. So he's getting up there in age. Lorraine is saying, "Hey, Mr. Hershey." Mr. Hershey. So I will be doing a lot of cooking. A lot of cooking. I have a new like electric burner that I can put on the butcher block so that I can cook without turning the stove on with my butt mic, you guys. And I can bake, and I have some not new, some different recipes that I'm going to try out. Just that by doing them live, because I usually cook like I do my arts and crafts with 15-minute increments. I basically stand about that same. Trying to see where the stitch is here, whether it's here or here. Guess it won't matter, right? Maybe that's why the other one was curvy. I was putting too many stitches in the hole. We will see. We will see. We will see. I don't know why Mr. Hershey's like up under me today, clinging. He's being very clinging. Maybe because my helper didn't come to work yesterday and he's just stuck with me because she gives him 50 treats a day like Auntie Joanne does. I only give him 3. An entrepreneurial diary, Shamika. Thank you for coming and welcome. Oh, Lorraine T says he looks dapper in his sweater. He's he's a mama's boy. Actually, that's why he was trained to be a therapy dog. And I was legally blind at one time. Mr. Hershey would not leave my side. My mom's house is pretty big. It's like 9 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. Um, his wife, in the morning when I went to let them out at 6 o'clock and walk them, I had to go in like 5 bedrooms on the second floor to try to find whose bed, which one of the kids' bed his wife would be in. Mr. Hershey, no. Where my bed was the bed I slept, the bedroom I slept in my mom's room when I was recovering from some health issues. Hershey would stay right there. He would not leave. And if the kids walked in my bedroom too fast, he would charge the door and bark at them. He would let me know somebody was there. So, what are you guys working on? I think I have 2 more stitches. Then I'm gonna show you the little short term projects that I'm working on. So I'll count these stitches later. I bring it every day. We'll say, Auntie Ellen, did you count? No. Heck no. So this looks plenty big to go around my ears. I don't wear a hat that much. Okay. Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick with your, what did you call it? Small something garden, small space garden. Your garden is so cute, Nikki. All of you have amazing gardens. Let me say this: Francesca has a farm. She doesn't have a garden. She has a farm. Mike has a nice garden. Everybody that has a garden has something. Mr. Hershey used to be trained well. You know, he had hand signals, voice commands. Now, I kind of, if he doesn't do it by the second or third time, I just go do it. Like I ask him to move. I say, move, Hershey, move. So one day, because oh, you're crocheting your grandson's blanket. Francesca, that's Lorraine T. Francesca is working on the last of her homemade canned pasta sauce. Well, Yankee's sister will be making some and bringing some to her sister. She always does. She's so good to her big sister, Yankee's sister. And the kids are back in dance class, right down the street from me. So something's gonna make me sneeze. Oh, my nose. You know how your nose is itching and you almost sneeze, almost sneeze, almost sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. And it doesn't come out. But now it came out. I live above the laundry room and the vents and all those different soap powders. I can smell them. Barb Brownlee has harvested cucumbers, patty pan, squash. I didn't get any this year. Heirloom tomatoes, peppers, Swiss chard, sage. You have a fall garden with mustards, red potatoes, turnips, onion, and Swiss chards. Oh, if I lived near you, oh, I would be, please, sir, may I have a bit more porridge? May I please have a bit more porridge? I have stuff in the freezer though. When I did go to the farmer's market on Sunday, I bought kale. I shared that with a neighbor. I shared sweet potatoes. What else did I share? Oh, another bit giant beefsteak tomato. And everybody's saying, bless you. Oh, bless me. Thank you. Thank you. My allergies are such a mess. Such a mess. So let me show you the last of my short term projects because something happened to one of them. Oh, thank you for all your blessings, you guys. Thank you so much. All of you have blessed me. Okay. So I want to show you because I'm teaching somebody how to sew and quilt, hopefully quilt. We have completed a neck bone pillow. So one of my friends in a quilting group, those of you who've been following me, gave me 2 yards of cheetah print fabric that was similar to this. Oops, sorry. Aw, I know you would, Barb Brownlee. I live too far away, but thank you. So I guess this is about 2 yards. You guys, it takes so much fabric when you're quilting that Tobacco Road quilt took like 9 yards, 10 yards for the front, another 10 yards for the back, and the same for batting. Batting comes in different widths. So you figure if fabric costs $10 to $20 a yard for that good quilt shop fabric, I was doing this with a quilting group. No, they had their noses turned up, looking to see what fabric you had. And this was really fat quarter friendly as well. But you had to have all these little bits of fabric, and they were like you stepped in some poo before you walked in the quilting room, right? And and so you had to put your best foot forward, allegedly, and I did back then. I did, and we were putting them in a joint quilt show, so I didn't want them to be ashamed to put mine up or not. Sorry, my allergies. And I wanted to say that a lot of the scraps I use or leftovers I reuse. So the back of this mug rug was bunches of scraps, and it said "friend" on the back for those of you who didn't see it, and it was on the front a little handmade heart. But for their spouse, I was doing a training, and this one had a cute little zebra face on this side of it. I call this the back because it was boring colors. I call this the front. But when I was teaching, I don't know what happened. This this side is crooked. So I didn't want to give this to anyone. You always say I'm hilarious. So I went and pulled out a pile. When I'm sewing, when I'm cutting, I always cut extra fabric. When I'm sewing, I always sew extra. That's why I have the 3 extra neck bone pillows over there. When I was cutting the ones out last week, I just cut extra. I just cut it all up. So then I went in my box. I like 6.5 inch blocks. So I said I would make this one into a 6.5 inch block. So I sewed some to the side and to the back. And hola, hermana. She's stopping in to say hello and love, love, love. Well, your ears must be burning, darling sister, because I was talking about you. 755 Media. I was watching you, and I know you're going to be painting upside down in the dark underwater. I think it's tomorrow or Saturday. I was when I was climbing up there. When I was climbing up there, your little grand niece would love that. The little pumpkin made out of sewn fabric, 755. But this would be very small. But I saw a whole lot of canvases, stretch canvases, sitting waiting. They look like they're 16 by 20s, 16 by 20s over there. And I said, I'm going to have to come up and paint with y'all. So this will be a mug rug. So then I remembered that I had some backs cut out already. So I went in my tray. Oh, and I had some black batting left over, already cut in 6.5 inch pieces. So I paired those with a piece of cheetah. So these are ready for something. Then I remembered that I had a whole bunch of these. Who was it? Unbiased LLC asked me about my grandmother's hand quilt, where I had a block with a patch of something in it. That quilt is under here too. I got so many UFOs going. That's beautiful with the ladies. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So that's grandmother's hands. But Mona, I've got to get my cutie breeze set up so I can breeze through some of these quilt tops to finish. 755 said it would be fun to paint together. Yes. Can we do a sip and paint? You do it upside down. I'll just sip. Oh, I'll just sip and paint, and you go upside down. Turn yours upside down. It'll be the same effect. I promise you. 755 says no climbing. No climbing. Allegedly, very, very little. So when I was in there, I remembered that I have how many of these? One. I think I was going to make a set, or maybe 2x2s. One. But these I remember because my daughter likes things that are kind of matchy. And I was doing something. I said, well, maybe I'll make her some coasters for Christmas. Let me pull this down. I I try to wear dark colors. This is really wild. So if I can't use myself for a backdrop, so there's this one, and so that's two. But they're kind of neutrally, but they mix them at two, three, and they're just golds and blacks and neutrals. Three. My daughter at her condo in the DMV, she has like yellow and black and tan. So I think this might be why I was cutting this out. What do you give kids who don't want anything? You give them something you made. One, two, three, four, and they're just random. Five, six. So this would be for like a setting for something. for a dining room table, 6 seat table. 755 is saying hello, everybody. So, you guys, does anybody want to tell us about what you're working on? Oh, and I still have this. So when I finish that last pillow and close them up, Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, my dear. So I said I'm not starting any big projects. So this one, the only thing left to do is hand sew the binding down. This has been a 20-year labor of love, and I even finished it with big stitch hand stitching, hand quilting. Dun, 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 dun. I was trying to make it kind of Kawanda style, the style like the people like in India slash Africa are doing for quilting, but I didn't get to there. LGG love. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope to see you soon in the next couple of weeks. I was talking about you maybe driving up when Lorraine T is in town and telling my daughter that we would go to the seafood restaurant. So my daughter said, well, I always cook for my mom on Sunday. So no, my daughter said, she's so practical. My mother knows how to how to work me, work my nerves. Hey Nancy, our treasured home. I cooked from scratch for her. I made her some sauteed zucchini and squash from scratch, farmer's market, all the stuff with, a little bit of onion, her mashed potatoes. She ate the meatloaf, she tasted the squash, and she stuck her fork in the mashed potatoes. And then she made that little face, like babies when they don't want to eat something. It's like, ew. I said, well, Mom, I I cooked for you and you don't even eat it. She goes, Penny, that's enough. That's enough. She told me. LG said she would love to attend. You're welcome. You don't have to wait for anybody. You can just come yourself. I sent you a text today to find out what days you're off so that we can try to work some time together. I'm not able to drive to Brooklyn. I can I can drive a little bit, but baby, if you saw me in those grocery carts, you would be telling me to stay off the roads. The man at the Walmart near me, he says, should I give a store warning that you're in here? I said, you might as well. But if those carts weren't so raggedy, jerking me around, stopping and starting, then he says, well, if it does that, just turn it off and turn it back on. I did that, lurches forward, then it won't go. I try to put it in reverse, start going. What the what? It's like the cart was intoxicated first thing in the morning. So, yeah, these are my small projects. And why am I showing you these? To encourage you to do something small. I absolutely. Oh, you know what I tried to do today? Let me show you. Let me show you. You see that box up there in the corner? It's actually full of fabric. It's actually full of fabric. And my sister says, indeed you would. Reckless with a cart. I crashed. I've crashed carts from the East Coast to the West Coast. I ain't no bum. I'm not. Don't matter where they are. I crash them, and things fall out too because I accidentally buy too much. Things accidentally fall in my cart and fall off my cart. But I was up there by myself today, and that black and white tote on the end, I tilted it forward and I could see all the fabrics, and I had like mini bolts on them. What a mini bolt is I buy the comic boards and I iron all my fabric and fold it and wrap it around and round, and it will actually fit on like regular bookcases. because they're 10.5 inches wide at the highest by 8.5. But it was a little bit too heavy, and there's nothing to. It's too crowded over there. There's no. I don't have a ladder. Nobody will give a blind person a ladder, and they won't let me borrow one. Barb Brownlee said she's working on a junk journal for gardening or cooking, crocheting slippers, sewing a fall outfit for her large cement duck in front of the house with a hat. Oh, that'll be cute. Mike says no climbing. I know. I know. And allegedly, allegedly I had a 1 foot stool. So that's not considered climbing. But it was so close. Nobody should be trying to stand on a sofa with one eye in front of a window. Suppose I slipped and went through the window. Wouldn't that be a mess? My sister Joanne says I allegedly tried to blame a Walmart situation on the child. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. His siblings did it. His siblings did it. What happened? I was in Arizona with my sister shopping, and the cart accidentally got too full. So there were like three little kids and their parent walking around the store, and they were sneezing and coughing. And I was like, I don't want to breathe that. I don't want to breathe that. So I reached up and got a bottle of dehydrated Cafe Bustelo, some really good Colombian coffee, and I put it on the top of the cart. Then these kids coming up the aisle, so I swung around. Darthek said he's a bit behind, but this morning he harvested a zucchini, 6 slicer tomatoes, what? 2 big strawberries from a volunteer plant. Dinner and dessert? Oh, absolutely. You could make the dugout zucchini and stuff it with potato, with anything, with anything. So, oh, I was telling you about my sister. So when I saw these kids sneezing and everything, and mind you, I'm a great grandma, so I know kids have germs. I swung around. I didn't want to be sick in Arizona. As I swung around, the last bottle of Cafe Bustelo, I had gotten 3, flung off the cart so hard it looked like somebody threw it. It was like with such velocity, right? So the little kid's sister or brother came running out and go, "Did you do that? Did you do that?" I kept hauling butt. I kept hauling butt. So Joanne, my sister Joanne Stevens, was still standing there, and his dad came out and said, "Did you do that?" So um, my sister said, "No, he didn't do that." They said, "Well, who did it?" They goes, "She did." They meant the back of my hair did it. I was gone. I was gone. I was gone. Clean up on aisle 21. Clean up on aisle 21. It wasn't me, allegedly. So I had a good time, you guys. I always have my 6.5 inch ruler somewhere around here. I'm just looking, Dark, to see if you guys want to change to this method. Barb Brownlee, post pictures on your community page of your duck wearing the outfit. Next, Mike's gonna want a squirrel for his. Michael, when are you coming on? You don't have to show your face. So this is air dried. I would hold it up and touch it, but I've been touching Hershey and I've already washed these. But these, I'm just going to, when they're totally dry, put them in a small blender. They're going to crush up and use them as my greening. Like maybe I'll make some curried goat or some oxtail. I'm actually going to the meat store next Thursday with my friend upstairs. We have an appointment. LGG loves to crack her up. Oh, Big Brother was ready to snatch his little brother. That was so sad. That was so sad about him. It wasn't him. It was her. that old lady on the cart hauling Bucky through the hood. You know what? I just want to tell you guys one last thing. When I was coming back from seeing my mom on Sunday, I experienced my first or going through my first street takeover. So I got off the Merritt Parkway, which is a parkway, no big trucks, no nothing. And I was coming down the street. There were about 300 dirt bikes and kids on every type of rolling thing that you saw. They were doing wheelies. They were standing up on the bikes in the middle of the street. They had all the lanes headed northbound taken over, and then one lane in the southbound. So people were like pulling up, pulling over. It was crazy. And then at the end of the parade, it was like one police car. And I was like, well, does he see them? Is he radioing for help? What the heck is going on? Mike don't have any crafts to show? Well, why not? You should make some macrame to hang some of your things, some of your hydroponics in. Your crack key hydroponics. I'm ready to plug a couple of mine in. But the thing is, if Mike shows up, she'll go live for a year. Did everybody hear that? Put a 9 in the chat. Put a 9 in the chat. Put a 9 in the chat. Oh, I'm going to put a 9 in the chat too. If Mike shows up, Mike, we're going to hold you to it. Mike, if you go live, like I said, you can put a squirrel, you can put anything in there, but if you go live anytime, anyhow, anywhere, we will, hey, I bring it every day. She says, hey, GQUAT. So everybody heard her say that if Mike said it himself, you put a 9 in, Mike, you will go live. All you got to do is show your stuff. You do it all the time. You've done it with mail hauls. You haven't done that in a while. Oh, we want to see Mike, more Mike, more Mike, more Mike, more Mike, more Mike. We got 9s. We got 9s. We got 9s. We got a house full of 9s, Michael. Everybody in here put a 9 in, Michael. We have he's Donzel Cooper speaking to I Bring It. He says he's going to remember that, but Vanessa, my Renaissance grandma, says everyone, she was in the bushes listening. Mike, your behind is grass. You know, they say your aspirin tablet is grass, your butt is grass, sir. And we are going to see MRG live for a year. I can't wait. So, without further ado, as they say, now it's time to say goodbye to all our lovely friends. Mother, Egoamote. But wait, I have my outro on here in American Sign Language. Oh, you guys don't forget, Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner is going live tonight. Oh, I had a brain fart. It just went blanked out for a minute. So, American Sign Language is an I. We look forward to seeing you, my Renaissance grandma, live every day for a year. Mike, pick your day at the OK Corral. We're going to see the show go down. You should go live on her show, actually, Michael. Okay, so hold on for the outro. If you're watching in the bushes, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.